Mayor
change. There
Mamdani
you
has
go.
fired New York City Sheriff Anthony Miranda. In his place, he has appointed former NYPD Lieutenant and whistleblower Edwin Raymond. The mayor has not given a reason for firing Miranda, who was appointed sheriff back in 2022. He was previously investigated by the city's Department of Investigation for handling of unlicensed smoke shops and the cash that was seized during those operations. A child of Haitian immigrants, Edwin Raymond, has written a book about his experiences with the NYPD. The mayor called him, quote, principled, courageous, and deeply committed.
Welcome back, my PBM family. Welcome back. Another episode of Old School Cops presented by PBM. We got special breaking news today, and I'm just so hyped and happy about the my boy Edwin Raymond been appointed to a sheriff of New York City. So big shout out, big humongous shout out to Mayor Mamdani for appointing Edwin Raymond to the position of sheriff. That is huge. And if everybody knows, especially in New York City, this is I call him my little brother, right? This is a guy, right, who believe in right or wrong. He's not a blue guy. He's not a blue walls guy. He took the job because he's from the city. He was kind of like roughed up and by the NYPD, and he wanted to know, like, yo, it can't be like this. This shouldn't be how policing is. So he took the test, he joined, and then he started understanding the culture inside the NYPD. This is a really, really good friend of mine, so I'm so excited. It was like, if y'all know hip hop and rap, it was like when Jay-Z got appointed to the president of Def Jams, and he called DMX. It was like, yo, the inmate is running the building. The inmates is running the building. Like, yo, I felt like, yo, it's so hype when it comes down to this appointment, right? Because now he got the mayor's ear. He's running a law enforcement agency. It's like, yo, the hood cops is at the table. The hood cops is at the table. He's from the hood. He's from the community. And now he's sitting in a position where he can advise the mayor on a lot of incidents that goes on. You know, a lot of times we get blamed for joining the police department because it originated from slave catching. But the mindset, and I get it and I understand it, but you got to understand our mindset. Our mindset is to join and become the solution to that problem. We're going to fix the things that we see from the inside. Everybody else is complaining about how wrong the police is. They don't supposed to be doing this. They don't supposed to be doing that. But there's nothing being done, right? So let's like the KKK back in the days, they joined the police department, right, to have control over. Let's us join the police department and actually come back and police our communities like we want the police to police. I know, and just think about it, right? You got like Officer Pantaleo, who choked out Eric Gardner, Officer Salamoni, who did the shooting in Louisiana. You got Loman, who shot little Tamir Rice. All bad policing. Easily bad policing. Just imagine if you got us there. If you got us on any of those scenes, none of these people would be dead, and none of these people wouldn't be a household name and victims of police brutality. So it's not all about targeting bad. It's not all about targeting policing. It's targeting bad police. So for once, we got one of our own sitting at the head of a law enforcement agency in New York City, and he has the ear of the mayor. So when these incidents come up, the community, I guarantee you, is going to get a fair shot at that table, because a lot of times there's nobody representing us at that table. There's nobody from the community that's sitting at that table saying, nah, that's not how we do policing. We're here to say, yo, the job can be done. It can be done the right way. There's a lot of things that you don't have to do if you follow the law, if you follow procedures. So, you know, we know firsthand that the job can be done. We know firsthand that you rather have us there than what was officer's name? Derek Chauvin, who put his knee on George Floyd's neck, right? If we're there, that doesn't even happen. So right. You can't just begin to understand the amount of lives that we save just taking the job, coming back saying we're going to do it the right way. We know the community, we know our people. So I'm so happy that this appointment. Again, a shout out to Mayor Mamdani, to where he appointed one of our own to a top law enforcement position. He'll be at the table. He'll be advising the mayor on a lot of police related incidents, a lot of training. So I'm so proud of him, man, and I'm real happy with this appointment. This is going to be huge, right? And you guys know me, you know Shane, you know OG. We got a new guy riding the squad today. We got Detective Matt, right? I was so happy that he said that he's going to come on and join the squad. So just let me tell you a little bit about Matt. He's coming up on 22 years of retirement, right? He worked the midnight shift, midnights for 11 years in patrol. Then he went to the detective division and worked violent crimes department, violent crimes division, which is amazing. That's amazing. Then he did that for 7 years. Then he was an SRO for 4 years. So, he has a lot of experience. Hey, Shane, he's also a SWAT member. He's one of your guys.
Yeah. My brother. That's my brother.
Yes, he was an FTO and a defensive tactical instructor. So, and all of that, the thing that I love about Matt is he's from the community. He went back to police the communities he's from. And I'm a huge advocate. Stop having these outside people come into our community. They don't understand the people. They don't understand it. And a lot of that is a lot of the causes of why we having these problems. So I take my hat off to anybody who said, you know what, I'm from this community. I'm gonna come back. And he's definitely able to do that. What happened? Is it freezing up?
It's okay. I mean, you're freezing a little bit, but it's okay.
Okay. So now that I introduced Matt, y'all know my boy Shane. He's always my partner. He's riding shotgun. He's the co-host of Police Brutality Matters. Yeah, of course, he did patrol. He did street enforcement. He was a Red Dog member. He's a SWAT team commander. He's my boy. We go together. To this day, we go to high schools and we constantly mentoring young people how to survive encounters with excessive aggressive police officer. And then we got I don't think you'll ever have the experience you'll have riding with the OG. This guy been locking up bad guys and contributing to the community when we was in third grade. I love having the OG with us. You talk about a wealth of experience, right? And within the culture of policing, you're only as good as, your work that you contribute to the community, right? And, me doing undercover work, working in a federal task force. I was doing undercover work. I was an undercover officer. I had cases in state, federal, and Supreme Court, right? And I did a lot of undercover work, and a lot of cops can't do that. So I always had that edge to say, dude, I've done something that most cops can't do. And so I'm in a kind of a class by myself. But when I'm around the OG, it'd be funny because I'd be like, this man did what I did and much more. So I'm always giving.
We had Ishmael. We had Ishmael on the side of our face when OG's policing.
Y'all give me too much credit.
I know.
The man started out as a city cop, did really well on a local level as a police officer, did so well, the feds started calling, the feds started knocking, said, won't you come join us? He took all the exams, took the test, became a DEA agent, and did it nationally on a much bigger scale. So when I tell you the guy been locking up bad guys and making communities safer and in the community to this day, almost 70 damn years old, and he's still in the community today, still putting in work. So I take my hat off. I'm so proud that he decides to come every week and join the squad. Back to my boy, Edwin Raymond. Shout out to you. I know you're going to be an amazing sheriff in New York City. I'm proud of you, little bro.
If I may, I want to add to that because he's one of the reasons, and you're one of the reasons, I guess we all are, starting in New York City in the community. We came from the stop and frisk era. We see how things were done wrong. Yeah. And we both expressed that's one of the main reasons why we became officers, because we said we want to do something different. So we got to shout out Edwin, man. Shout out to yourself, Joel. You wrote a book also on police brutality. Let's put that out there. You wrote a book also. So folks, these are people here who really care about the community. We care about our people. And again, great shout out to Edwin, man. Good job.
Yeah, hell yeah, man. I'm so proud of him, man. The hood cops in the building. The hood cops running the building. I love it. That's it. If anybody got anything to say about the appointment, you could speak now freely if you want.
This the
Nobody.
first
Well,
time
I'm
you're
curious, how's it, our sheriffs in the South are elected.
Yeah.
So the New York mayor appoints the sheriff,
Yep.
Yep.
He appoints the sheriff.
and
It's an appointment.
there's no time limit. He's just appointed.
Yeah, he's appointed, but a new mayor can come in and just like any other mayor, he can remove his appointees and appoint his own people.
So he just runs the jail and the courts. Is that it?
Civil processing. They're now taking over the weed dispensaries, the marijuana dispensaries in New York. So they overseeing that. So it's a law enforcement agency, and they do more of the civil law enforcement.
Okay.
So yeah, that's a definite shout out. Shout out.
Yeah, here in the South, our sheriffs have the option to do patrols, except for here in right here in the metro area, Cobb County, DeKalb. Look, I think Cobb is doing patrols now, but DeKalb and Fulton don't do patrols. They just do the courts, do the inmates, locking up inmates, and then the serving process. And they also do warrants. That's about all they do here. That becomes an issue. But in an area like Fulton County, I know more than 30 law enforcement jurisdictions now. Probably more like 35 because there've been some new cities that have gotten police departments. So when you think about, you got one county with more than 35 law enforcement jurisdictions where they have police departments that do their city law enforcement. It really causes a lot of conflict at some point because of the different jurisdictions, because they can only go out, they can only stay inside their cities, and to go outside their city, they have to be deputized by the sheriff to be able to go anywhere in Fulton County except their city. So
Right.
I'm sure that's a unique situation in New York. I'd like to learn more about it.